Hello, long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudy and thank you so much for being here. I hate missing uploads, you guys. I am so sorry that the past couple months have been kind of like weebly wobbly, where I've missed a week or I've missed an upload. I've just been so insanely busy traveling for my personal life and partially for work as well that I try my best to get in as many videos during the week as I can. However, I am not a person who likes to film multiple YouTube videos in one day. I just can't do it. One, I never understood how creators like take their makeup off and put on another makeup look that same day. I would say 99% of the time, the makeup that I do on camera, I am wearing out and about throughout the day to give it a good test, and because that's just what I do. I'm just not a person whose skin can handle like removing and re-adding makeup multiple times a day. I literally cannot imagine how upset my skin would be. So that's partially why, but today I am home and we are home for the next month without any travel, which is so exciting. So I will be back to my regular 2 uploads a week, and it's just such a beautiful day today here in Nashville. It's 70 to 80 degrees and the sun is shining, or it was a minute ago, and the birds are chirping, and tonight is my first time performing improv in front of people. We're having a fundraiser for someone in my class, and my class is performing a few things. So I'm really nervous, and I just wanted to spend a good chunk of time with you guys getting ready and trying out some new makeup so that I can calm down and feel really confident when I get there. I'm nervous to say the least. So in this video, we are going to try some very new things that have just dropped, like the new Beekman skin tint, as well as the new brown mascara from Say Beauty, and then a lot of things that are new to me, which is a video I like doing. I like doing new or new to me style videos because anything can be new if it's something you've never tried before. So we'll also be trying a few things that I picked up recently from Nudestix after my resurgence of love for them after the Sophia Richie wedding, as well as trying out some new lip liners that are semi-new but kind of not new, and then we'll finish it off talking about some of these new fragrances from Sol de Janeiro that just dropped. So if any of that sounds of interest to you, please don't forget to subscribe and keep watching. We talk about skincare, makeup, we do hauls, vlogs, we do shop my stash. We kind of do old YouTube with new makeup, and I would love to have you subscribe. Okay, so some of the things in this video I have tried before just recently, and some I have not used at all. So we're gonna start off with the Beekman Milk Tint SPF 43. This is their new broad spectrum tinted primer, and this is Beekman's first sort of testing the water of color cosmetics. I want to make sure that I'm including the pricing on all of these products in my videos for you. I noticed recently that I hadn't been doing that as much, and so I want to make sure I'm telling y'all as we go through. So this is sorry, the girls are downstairs and they're upset and up in arms about something. This is a $48 skin tint. It has 1 ounce of product and it comes in, I think, 6 shades. I will say they sent me shades light to tan, and the shade tan is what works best for me, which I don't think is super great for people with deep skin tones, because from the coloring that I've seen on the website, tan looks a lot lighter in real life than it does on the website. So just keep that in mind. I was wearing medium before I went on my vacation, and now I'm wearing tan. So I would say go up a shade because this is a zinc oxide based skin tint. So 12% zinc oxide, shake vigorously before use, and obviously, you know, before you type out the question, we can all see what they're going for here, right? You know, they are clearly going for Ilia's bag here with the top container and how the color matches. The little nipple is the same. It's the white bottom. Like, they're giving you that vibe. I will say I've noticed more recently brands coming out with tinted sunscreens, like this is the one from Too Faced, the Born This Way one. It's becoming more popular to have a sunscreen style product with tint in it, which I can really get behind because those are my kind of favorite products. I know I'm talking a lot, but I want to make sure you get the info before we put it on. This is good. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've used this a couple times. I used it when we were at the beach, and I also used it just at home, and I really like it. So I'm gonna use my favorite foundation brush, which is the BK Beauty 101. It's got this huge flat top here, and it's just the best. This has more coverage than you think it will. So I actually you can apply this with your fingers, or you can apply it with a brush or a sponge. It does not have a scent. I know people were asking me about that because the Ilia one has a scent that is unsavory and people do not like it. So I wanted to tell you, there's no scent in this. And if you know Beekman, you know that they are goat milk based brand. So all of their products have goat milk in them, and that helps with just lightly exfoliating the skin, hydrating the skin. Goat milk has a lot of benefits in skincare, and that's kind of what their whole line is based on. I don't see on here, like once you buy it, it doesn't tell you the shade name on the bottle, which kind of sucks because I have 3 of them out here. I think that it only tells you on the box. But this is the shade Tan. This is the one that I brought with me to Florida. And as you can see, it works very well with my current skin tone. And I like to, you know, build this product up rather than going in with a lot, because it does take a little bit to blend in if you end up using a lot. It has a little bit of a thicker consistency, but man, it is so pretty. I just think the glow is really, really nice. I like that it has more of a neutral undertone to it, and that it's buildable and can be worn sort of as makeup or as skincare. And I recently was talking about how I feel like skincare brands that go into color cosmetics always end up being better than makeup brands that go into skincare. Do you guys agree with that? Like, anytime a makeup brand comes out with skincare, it's very much hit or miss. There's only a few that really do it well. And like, for example, I think Kosas is a good example of that. Glossier, they do good skincare, but they focus a lot of their products on skincare. Some of these larger brands, I just saw that Benefit's coming out with an entire skincare line. They end up being just not good. So I can usually trust a skincare product. I can usually trust a makeup product that comes from a skincare brand because you know it's gonna be skin friendly. This is the finish on the skin tint, and I just think it looks so, so pretty. I have worn this without setting it, and I have worn it with setting it before, and it worked very well. We are using a new powder today to set, so we'll see how that looks underneath a loose powder, but I really, really like it. It's not very travel friendly. It's freaking heavy as heck. It's not as, you know, easy to travel with as the Ilia one, which also has 1 fluid ounce. So you can see like the size comparison of the packaging. It's a little bit kind of clunky, but I really, really like it. It hasn't broke me out. It feels great on the skin, and it leaves a really nice, natural, dewy finish. So I think they really did something there. It always makes me so happy when something works out, you know, like you want everything to look good and to work out, and it can be so disappointing when it doesn't. So I was very happy to see that worked out for Beekman because I love them. All right, next up on the docket, and also just wanted to mention I didn't use a primer with this because I find that it's called a tinted primer serum. It kind of includes a lot of good skincare and rehydrates the skin itself by being so dewy. So I feel like you don't need a primer with that specific particular product. Next up, we are talking about a new concealer, and I posted about this on my shorts recently. I was very concerned and nervous about this product because of multiple things, but we're talking about the Shape Tape Radiant from Tarte. So if you know, you know that my favorite concealer of all time was called the Tarte Hydro Sealer. I think I have one backup left in here. I have one backup of this product left that I haven't even opened. This is what it looked like. It was the best, and it was from their By the Sea line, which Tarte is slowly starting to get rid of, as far as I can tell. Everything that's in their By the Sea line right now is half off at Sephora, and they just haven't like restocked anything in forever. The story behind that concealer is very long, but the point is they discontinued a lot of the stuff that I liked from Tarte that was lower to medium coverage. So I sort of gave up on the idea of this product or this type of product from Tarte ever coming back until I saw some of the marketing images for the Shape Tape Radiant. This is their Radiant Concealer. It is basically what I consider to be some of their other light coverage concealers repackaged into a Shape Tape tube, which I feel like they're just kind of moving all of their products into either the Maracuja line or the Shape Tape line, and I gotta say, I freaking love it. I'm so happy that this is not a super high coverage concealer. I assumed that based on the fact that it was a Shape Tape product line, extension that it was just gonna be a radiant version of their Shape Tape and it was gonna be very high coverage and just have a dewy finish. But it is, dare I say, a dupe for the Hydro Sealer. I need to do like a full thing, but that means I would have to open my bottle, my unused bottle, which I will do for the sake of the comparison. But if you are a person who liked Hydro Sealer based on my recommendation, I can tell you that the Tarte Shape Tape Radiant is a great follow-up product that I feel you would enjoy based on the things that I enjoy. This has a nice light medium sort of coverage to it. It's very dewy. Don't let the packaging fool you because that's what it did to me. This, I don't like the doe foot of the Shape Tape. I never have. I think that it's just too big. It's too flimsy. I prefer something that is a little bit more like delicate, but it is what it is. I don't like the bottle either. I find it to be messy and takes up a lot of space, but the product inside is what is good here. So keep that in mind if you are interested in the kind of concealers that I like. I've been using this nonstop. I really, really like it. Right now I'm wearing the shade 27S, which is light medium sand. I also can wear 22S, which is the shade I was wearing before I got tan. This also layers very, very well and works well with a sponge or a brush, which again, I can really appreciate. And we have a couple other products, I think one other product from Tarte that we're gonna talk about in this video. But I am super impressed and happy that this exists. And you know, there's a lot going on with Tarte right now, and especially in the online community and the influencer community, that I'm curious if you guys want my take on it or what your take is. Like, I'm thinking in my next video, I'm gonna do a Q&A and like a get ready with me just about what it's like to be a creator in this current economy and what it's like to be a creator on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and what questions you have around that, or if you have like juicy questions that you want answered based on my experience and my knowledge in the industry. So if you do, you can either leave those down below or I'll put a question box on Instagram sometime in the next week. So if you want to ask me a question there, it is at the Rudy Berry. Okay, so I'm trying to decide what I want to do next here. And I think it's gonna be a highlight because, spoiler alert, the powder that we're gonna use today is this giant ass loose powder from Makeup Forever that just dropped, and I want to make sure that I get my main base cream products down before we go in and set. We're just gonna dump in to the next Tarte product. This is something that no one talked about when it came out, and I don't understand why. And it was part of this line, I know why actually. It was part of this line that's of course the Tarte C line, which is my favorite. Probably isn't gonna exist in like 5 minutes. And it was their Glow Light line, and this is a blush and a highlighter. I bought both of these myself, and this is the Lip and Cheek Watercolor and the Skin Filter. I'm actually not going to use this blush today because I want to try something else, but I thought that this blush would be a very similar item to the Man-Eater blushes. Hold please. I thought these were going to be the same because like you see the packaging. I just thought it was going to be like a matte liquid version of it, which I guess you could say it is, but they are completely different in formula. So like the Man-Eater, which I freaking love this blush, is kind of like a Charlotte Tilbury dupe, and then this new one, the Glow Light, is like a cream to powder in a wand. So I don't know if you can see, there's the Man-Eater. It's got this like really nice gel type texture. And then the Glow Light is kind of like it's a cream to powder. And it just shears out into like a really, really sheer powdery finish, whereas this one keeps a lot of its pigment. So I don't really know if I'm gonna like that. I still have to test it out and I just haven't had the time yet, but I will soon if you have questions on it. But going back to the product we're gonna use today is the Skin Lights version, or the Skin Filter, and this is essentially the Hollywood Flawless Filter. And you know what's funny is Tarte is basically just continuing to repackage products that they have that already exist. So if you know this product, this is the Shape Tape Glow Wand. Of course, it's in the Shape Tape line, so I guess they were like, we can just put it in another package. These are the same thing, and I just wanted to get it to see if there was a difference. I will say I hate the packaging on the Shape Tape Glow Wand. Look at this freaking mess. Like, it's just everywhere. But this stuff is awesome, and it is also a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. This is also one that comes in multiple shades, and you can see like these are identical in formula. This is in shade Glimmer, the skin filter one. But like, you see that vibe? I think they literally just repackaged the Shape Tape Glow Wand. So I guess as my job, it's my job to tell you these things, because maybe you already have the Shape Tape Glow Wand and you don't need this one, or maybe you want this one and you don't have the other one, whatever it may be. Tarte is being so weird this year. So anyways, I'm just gonna use this on the face like I would my Hollywood Flawless Filter. Also, I feel like I might have a little bit of dryness on the skin right now, simply because I have been in the sun so much on the beach, so I would not say that that is the product's fault. It is more my fault because my skin is upset. And I'm actually gonna use my foundation brush to just tap this in, because I like to have that blend happen with product that's already on a brush that I used. And this brush makes everything so easy to blend. They also have a mini of this brush, which I bring with me when I travel, and it is seriously amazing. All right, so we're looking very shiny and very a lot right now, so I definitely want to play with some powder and make sure we're getting some powder in there. Speaking of another new product, I just wanted to pop this on my lips. This is the Nudestix Hydropeptide Lip Butter. People have been telling me to try this because they say it's similar to the Rhode Lip Balm, which you guys know is my favorite. But the problem is this, it may feel similar, but it has a minty, cooling, tingling effect to it, and I did not know that, and I was not expecting it. So if that's not your thing, then you probably won't like it. I think this will be great for the winter time though. Anyways, I'm just gonna let that sit while I am doing the rest of the makeup. So this is the new Makeup Forever HD Twist and Light Finishing Powder. I just was sent this literally yesterday, and it has 4 shades. I'm using the shade medium here today. And it is designed to blur, correct, and illuminate the complexion with 24-hour radiance. Innovative mess-proof packaging. It is $45 USD. And it will be available at Sephora. $45 is actually pretty inexpensive for Makeup Forever, considering they tend to charge quite a bit for their products. So this is what the product looks like. It has 4 different compartments in it, like a peach, a blue, a tan-ish color, or 3 different compartments, sorry. Blue, peach, and tan to help with color correcting and a little bit of illuminating. I am definitely feeling very dewy right now by using a dewy, and a dewy. So let's set this a little bit. What you do to get the product out is you twist the bottom here. Let's see if I can twist it well. I might have to do it and then show you guys. So you twist the bottom and then you retwist it again, and little bits come out of the bottom, which is nice for having no mess. But you do have to use a brush that has a longer stem to it, and they sent this one along with it. This is their 160. So I'm going to just dunk my little brush in here, and I'm going to twirl it around because I want to make sure I get all 4 colors. I don't want it to be just like one color. But because it's loose, it kind of gets everywhere. Sorry, I have a hair. I want to pat out some of this. Sorry, I'm in like such a talkative mood today. So I'm going to... I will say this brush is very, very, like, not dense. Sometimes I want it to be denser so that I can have more control over where the powder goes. This is kind of just like a floppy brush, so I might want to use something else for my under eye. Like this. This is a Sigma tapered highlight brush, but I actually like to use it for powder because it's a little bit smaller and it just fits really nicely under the eye. I don't want to powder too much in the cheek area because we are going to use a cream blush today, but we are using a powder bronzer, so that will kind of give us that coverage there. This looks nice. I would say it definitely mattified a bit without being too heavy. I don't know if the colors themselves did anything except for neutralize each other, but I can appreciate that. I think I might be starting to go a little overboard, so I need to chill. But it is a cool, innovative packaging. Obviously not traveler friendly, it's humongous. But I'm curious about it, and I will continue using it and see how it lays and how it looks at the end of the night. Yeah, TBD on that, we'll see. I'm not a huge powder person as is, but we'll see. All right, next up, this is new from MAC. This is the MAC Radiant Skin Finish in the Sunstruck Radiant Bronzer line. And this is in the shade, oh, sorry. This is the Skin Finish Radiant Bronzer. And this is in the shade Radiant Light Rosy. And it definitely has a pinkish undertone to it. They sent me a couple shades. This is the best shade that I've found. Packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I love all of the Skin Finish products from MAC, so I knew I was gonna like this one as well. It sounds like rickety. Do you hear that? I think it's a refillable product. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. brush. This is the complexion brush. It's one of my favorite brushes for powder bronzer because it has a really nice tapered shape to it. Let me get this pricing for you. These are $33, which, you know, that's pretty expensive, but I guess it makes sense for MAC. We are going really, really radiant tonight. So we're really gonna be showing up on stage. Usually if I was going this radiant with my other products like I am, I would probably go more matte with my bronzer and my blush, but everything that I picked out today for my base, including my bronzer and my blush, have a radiant finish. And that's just gonna be what it is. This is a really nice warm shade. I prefer a warm bronzer, but I don't like one that pulls orange. I don't mind one that pulls a little bit more pink like this one, because I find that like a natural flush color on your face has a little bit of a pinky reddish undertone to it on my skin tone, whereas I don't get any natural like orangey tones in the skin. So I don't mind it being a little bit warmer. It's really pretty. It obviously applies super nice. It looks super diffused, which I can appreciate, and it's very, very easy to blend. I will say if you have on a full face of like radiant dewy creams, you do probably want to use a little bit of some sort of setting powder before you go in with this product so that it's not just sitting and picking up on all the cream base that you put down. I mean, I think that looks pretty dewy and very, very bronzy. I love that. It matches my natural tan very, very well. And I could also see myself using this as a blush because it has got that nice cool toned pinkish, like warmish color to it. That made no sense. You know what I'm trying to say. Pinks to me give a cool tone finish, whereas the brown gives this like nice neutral brown color. I'm not really making sense anymore. However, I really, really like it. And if you have a similar skin tone to me, I think you would like it too. All right, heading into a blush that is not new, but it is something I've never tried before. I just recently made a Sephora order of a bunch of Nudestix stuff because I love Nudestix. I've always loved Nudestix, and I really love their blush formula, specifically the Nudies Mattes and the Nudies Blooms. This is a Nudies Bloom, and the difference between the mattes and the blooms are dewy, and they also have a little bit of like a shimmery finish to them. I love their formula, and I wanted to try out a few new things from them after my resurgence of love from the Sophia Richie wedding, and I've just been stalking their profile. We're also going to try a lip from them in a little bit, but if you saw my most recent video of my obsession with this shade from Oleo e Oso, it's in the shade Ganache. It's like this incredible, again, brownish pink shade that looks like you just got sunburnt and it's just like fading off your skin. Absolutely my favorite product of the summer so far, and we'll talk about that in like a favorites and flops. But ever since then, I've really been looking for other products that give that sort of finish to them. A lot of people said the Pixie on the Glow in one of the bronzer shades, but I saw the team at Nudestix post about this and show how it's wearable. And this is the Nudies Bloom in the shade Crimson Lover. And when I swatched this on my hand, I thought, oh God, I'm in for it. I am in for it. Obviously, this shade would look amazing on tan and deep skin tones, but I do think that there is a way for light skin to rock these darker shades it depends on the way you apply them. So when I saw the TikTok, she applied it right on her face, and I was like, girl, that's bold. What I'm gonna do is apply it on my hand and then use this style brush. It's like an angled, very fluffy, nice, dense brush. This is the BK A507. It is my favorite blush brush. And I'm just gonna lightly tap into this on the back of my hand and then go in on my cheeks to get a little bit of that crimson, flushy, crushy, whatever it's called. And that way you can have that really nice dewy finish, but build up the color slowly instead of having to try and blend out this line of crimson shade on your cheeks. You can also just dab on the top of your brush if you want, but you have more of a chance of getting more pigment that way as well. So for a shade this intense, I would just go on your hand first, unless of course you are of dark skin tone, then absolutely go ORF. But honestly, I do this with all of my blushes, whether or not they are very pigmented or they're sheer, because I like to build the color. Look how pretty that is. Super natural and just sun-kissed. Honestly, I could even add more. And that's one of the best feelings, is being like, I can build this color, even though it looks so intimidating, to the level that you want without feeling scared that it's gonna ruin your makeup. So your hand is your best friend. I love it, and as you know, I always go overboard with blush. Nothing different this time. It just brings so much life to the face, and because I wear fake freckles literally every single day, hashtag, I like to have a nice blushy base under my eyes and on my nose for those freckles to sit. I think this base looks so pretty. Now we're gonna move on to the eyes, lips, and finish off with a little bit of scent. I'm not gonna wear any eyeshadow tonight because my class, none of them are super makeup-y people, and I don't want to like stand out in the crowd. Trust me, I'm nervous enough as it is. So I'm just gonna go in with the brand new Say mascara. This is the Mascara 101. They just released it in a brown shade, and it's that perfect chocolatey brown that I really like. If you guys know, I love brown mascaras. Two of my favorites at the moment are the YSL brown mascara and the Too Faced Better Than Sex Chocolate, which I don't know where it is right now. Chocolate, where are you? Chocolate. There it is. It's at the bottom of the pile. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Chocolate, also very good. But it's hard to find a brown mascara that really has a chocolatey brown finish. Most of them have a grayish undertone. So I am going to curl my lashes, put it on, and we can zoom through this, Valentina, hashtag. And then we'll talk about my thoughts on the mascara after it's on. Okay, so I've done an entire review on Say Beauty before. If you want, I can leave that down below. It's like basically every product they make. And I also have a standalone review of their new foundation. And I just don't think this is a standout product in their line. I never have. I never understood why they didn't go for a tubing mascara formula, because their products are so incredibly dewy that there's a good chance for transfer. This is kind of one of those wands, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, where when you look at it, you know this bitch is gonna poke you in the eye. And it did, it poked me in the eye. It's very short and it's very wide. So if you get really close to your root, you might poke your eyeball. And then it also has this pineapple head, like it's giving SpongeBob pineapple head on the top, which I know a lot of people like to get in there, but I actually don't like it because I find that it pokes my eyeball. So no, I don't love this formula, or I do like the formula. I don't like the wand. The formula is fine. I'll probably stick to my other brown mascaras, but I like that it's starting to become a trend that these brands are coming out with brown mascaras. I like a good brown mascara. I can appreciate this color as well. I don't see myself reaching for it a ton, but I'm happy to have it. And we'll see. I feel like it probably is gonna transfer, so I will probably add another layer of powder to my under eyes to keep that from happening. But it is what it is. If you are a person who likes the Say mascara and you've been wanting a brown one, now's the time. It's a good color. I really like the way the shade turned out. I am quickly going to put on some eyebrow gel. I don't have anything new with me. This is the Kosas one I always use, and I'm going to add some of my freckles. This is the third iteration of my freckle pen, and we are finalizing launch for July, you guys. So we'll talk about that in the next video when I do a little bit of a Q&A. If you want to ask me about what it's like creating a product, I can't wait. We're taking marketing images for it this summer. So I'm so excited. So anyways, I'm gonna put this on and then I'll be right back and we will finish out with lips and final thoughts. God, what a difference some freckles and brows make, I'm telling you. Let's round this out with some lip liner. I have some things to say. I am obsessed, and you know this, with the Saatchi Beauty lip liner stains. They are lip liners that stain your lip. They last all day. They're amazing. And then in terms of actual lip liners that you reapply, my favorite is from Makeup Forever. These are absolutely incredible. So it takes a lot for me to go outside that range to try and find products that I want to try. And these are some that have piqued my interest lately, and I would say one is a fail and one is a possible win. These are the Refi Beauty lip sculpts, and they suck. They will probably be in fails this month. Unfortunately, I bought two because I'm stupid. And let me just talk about it. So the shade that I've been enjoying the actual shade of is called Fawn. And this is the shade itself. I will probably wear this one today. We'll see. The actual lip liner shade itself is nice. It's a retractable pen, which is not my favorite because it can tend to break off and also doesn't hold up very well, like it can flake off essentially. But the reason that these are so interesting is that there is a secondary side to these that is supposed to be a lip setter, and it's like this clear wax that sits on the other side. So I just recently tested that, and the wax itself is horrible. It makes your lips feel very waxy. No other products work well with the wax. It ruins the rest of your lip look, regardless of the staying power of the lip liner. It's not worth it. No one is just wearing lip liner with nothing else. We're filling in our lips. We're using a lipstick. We're using a lip gloss. We're using a lip oil. And it literally turned my lips white. So although the liner itself is a nice color and texture, the fact that it's a roll-up, there's no way to sharpen it. It can flake off, and then the wax side, which is half the product, ruins the look. These are not worth your money when you could buy some really amazing sharpenable ones from Makeup Forever, or these new ones that I'm absolutely adoring from RMS Beauty. These are the Go Nude lip pencils that come with a little brush on the bottom to really flick out your lip liner. So in my opinion, there are so many better ones out there than these, and you'll probably see these in a fail coming up soon. And then the other one that I picked up is the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Shape. So I grabbed this on a whim while I was in Sephora. I could use this one today as well, actually. And this is in the shade Hot and Spicy. These are also click up style lip liners. And the problem with these is that they're flat. The top is completely flat. So that gives you not great room for error when you are applying the product because it's flat. And if you know the lip injection product from Too Faced, it is an insane lip plumper that feels crazy on your lips and hurts like a mother. This is a version of that in a matte lip liner, and I can actually get behind that. So we're gonna use this today. This is, like I said, in the shade Hot and Spicy. $24 at Sephora and Ulta, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, they work. I am gonna apply this and then I'll tell you more about it because I can't talk and do both at the same time. This is a good nude shade for me, and the tingle doesn't set in immediately, but I would say pretty close to immediately. I can start to feel the outside of my lip line starting to heat up, and I think that this would be a good product for someone who is, like me, thinner lipped on the sides. So I have very full lips in the center, but I don't have a very strong lip line. I never have, except for literally right in the center of my lip. I have a very strong Cupid's bow, but I like to emphasize the fullness of my lips on the sides. And this product will give you that sort of fiery red plumped look to the outer line of your lips without touching the center, which I can really appreciate because, again, I don't necessarily want to have the lip injection look all over my lips. I just want those edges to really blow up. So I'm gonna leave this on for another couple, I don't know, minutes, and then I'll come back and we'll apply the gloss that I wanna use. In the meantime, let's talk about these new products from Sol de Janeiro. I only grabbed 2 of the 3. These are limited edition new scents from Sol de Janeiro. When in Rio and Bikini Season are the 2 I picked up. They're both really, really nice, I will say. The pink one I like more than the orange one, which I thought it would be the other way around, but I'm wearing the scent When in Rio today, which is Wild Bergamot and Vanilla Amber, and I think that that's just what I just sprayed that directly on my face. I think I just love the scent of amber. My mom has always liked the smell of amber, so it's just something that I have had around me my whole life. This one is really, really nice. This daring, delicious scent inspires the no-rules side of you with a rush of notes like vanilla amber, twilight jasmine, luscious pear, and sandalwood. I also love pear and jasmine in my scents. And then this one, my lips are on fire. I'm starting to sweat. This one, Bikini Season, is Sunlit Orchid and Guava Nectar. And this one is more of a juicy scent with guava, nectar, coconut water, pink musk, and twist of lemon. So this is more of like a straight up like citrusy scent. Also very nice. I would say this is more of like a daytime. This could be more of like a sultry nighttime, but they are limited edition. So if you're interested in grabbing one, I love the Sol de Janeiro scents. I have like 4 of them. I haven't talked about them very much, and I feel like I just need to do a perfume video so we can talk about them. But so let me know if you're interested in that. But anyways, I'm gonna wear the pink one today when in Rio because I think it's my favorite. My lip line is on fire. I don't know if you can tell that it looks more defined, more plump. I have been pulling in my lip line in the center to add that look of like luscious lips, and I feel like it helps a lot. It definitely, in the color changes just a little bit to sort of make up for the pain that your lips are feeling, so keep that in mind. It gets a little bit darker as you wear it, and the pain lasts a little while. It makes you sweaty, I'm not gonna lie to you. But we are gonna fill this in with a product from Nudestix I've never used before. It's not new, but it's new to me. This is the Lip Glace, G-L-A-C-E, not Z-E, C-E. And this is in the shade Nude 08. I thought this product looked really pretty because it looked like a brownie, pinky, reddish terracotta shade, which, you know, that's kind of my vibe. These are $28, which is not cheap. That is not cheap for a lip product, so I want to make sure we really like it. It says it's a moisturizing lip oil with non-sticky shine infused with lip plumping peptides, hydrating shea, cocoa, and avocado butter. This is not a plumper in the way that this is a plumper that has like peppers and shit in it. This just has hydrating ingredients to help the lips look bigger. So let us put it on. I also felt like this was a perfect shade match for this blush. Like these 2 colors together would look really nice. I also will say with this liner, when you apply product on top of it, it's gonna move it around and then the heat will go to the rest of your lips. It is painful. That is nice. Why doesn't anyone talk about these? It's got some good coverage and color too. I'm looking so bronzy. Oh my gosh. These 2 together work really well. Crimson Lover and Nude 08. These colors together, iconic. Okay, I think we're done. I feel so cute. I love how this turned out. Things that I feel like if you like what I like vibes, you will like. Obviously, I think try out the Milk Tint from Beekman. See if you can find a shade in it. If you have the Ilia, I think it's still worth trying. It is different. Obviously, the Tarte Shape Tape Radiant, I think it is a home run. And again, if you like the kind of concealers I like, you will really like it. Also, this color blush. It's a secret winner in my book. Things that I think you can skip or are maybes. If you can find a shade in the MAC bronzer, I really like it, but it's up to you to decide if you like a radiant finish. Same with the Glow Light. You probably already have a product in your collection that does this, so I don't think you need it. And things you can most certainly skip, I would say the Refi liners are not worth your money at all when there are so many better out there for the same price. And then I don't know, the Say mascara, it's up to you. If you like this wand, which a lot of people do, then I think it's worth it. But I do think that the options from YSL and Better Than Sex from Too Faced, I prefer a little bit more, but the formula and the color is very nice. My lips are on fire. Okay, this is intense, you guys. I just want to put that across because I don't want you to buy this and be like, bitch, my lips are on fire. It is intense. It hurts. It's literally the extreme version of the lip injection, but on the outside of your lips. It definitely works and gives you this really nice, juicy lip line, but it hurts. And I want to make sure you know that before you buy it. Okay, Okay, I feel really cute for my show. I think it's gonna be a really great time. Next video, like I said, I wanna talk about some Q&A style stuff, so leave me questions in the comments below or on Instagram, and we'll get that video up soon. I love you, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video really soon. Bye!